All right, it's currently July 10th, 2025. It's been another few weeks since the last time I filmed, but things have been going pretty well. Just a little update. My school community currently has 58 members, so I'm about 60% of the way to filling my capacity of free members, and then I'll start charging pretty soon. I also have around 6,300 subscribers on YouTube, so not seeing crazy growth there, but it's just steadily gaining subscribers. A number of my recent videos aren't performing amazing. I think my last two have less than 200 views, and the one before that only has like less than 300 views. So not the best in terms of views on the YouTube channel, but it's interesting because the revenue has gone up from last month, and I'm also, this week has been a little slow with the school community, but before this week, I was gaining 1 to 2 people in my school community pretty much every day. And so I kind of have to rewire my brain that like it's okay if my videos aren't getting crazy views as long as people are still joining my school community. So like in the grand scheme of things are going fine. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I finished filming the entire course for my school community. So now that that's all done, it's allowed me to put a lot more of my focus back into the YouTube channel, which I've kind of missed. Like I've kind of been a little bit lazy with my YouTube channel the last month. I mean, the last 6 weeks really, while I've been focusing on school a little more. So I'm excited to dive back in and focus more on YouTube. And I think that's part of the reason why the views on my new videos have been a little lower, just because I haven't put as much time and energy into them. But yeah, that's where we're at. I've also started being a little bit more active on X. So now that I have, so for context, I was active on X every day for about 18 months. And I earned a decent amount from X monetization before I changed my strategy. And in the last week or so, I've become more active on X. I mean, not even the last week, like the last 2 to 3 weeks. And it's a lot different game now, because instead of just trying to optimize for engagement and getting paid from X, then now I'm trying to use my X as another way to funnel people into my school community. And I actually, I can't remember what I talked about in the last video, but I was like nervous to talk about my school community on X because I thought people might call me like a sellout, or like what's this guy doing promoting some other thing after he spent all this time talking about X monetization. But I decided to just embrace it. So I got accepted to the X subscriptions program, which means that I could offer like a monthly subscription to people, and then they could get like additional content from me and stuff like that. And I used the opportunity of getting approved for subscriptions, which is something I've been waiting for over a year, by the way. I used that opportunity to create a post promoting my Skool community. And when I did that, I gained like at least 15 followers, or I guess 15 members to my Skool community. And that was like the second week, I think. So I think I only had 6 members. And then I promoted it on my X, and suddenly my community tripled. And so a number of my members in my community have started coming from my X in addition to my YouTube. And so I'm glad that I didn't let fear hold me back. I mean, it held me back for a little bit, but I eventually just went for it, and I haven't really had any negative comments about it, which I don't know what people are going to say. I think I'm a pretty genuine person and try and, be nice to people. And I certainly have had my moments, but like I try not to call people out or like cause drama or anything like that. So no one said anything. I got a bunch of members in my community, and I am pretty close to being able to charge for my community. So I'm excited, and to be honest, after I picked the number of 100, I decided I was going to let 100 people join my Skool community for free before I started charging. And I kind of felt like that might be too many, but I think it's been a good number, because for the first 50 or so, like, I just didn't really have much activity in my community. But in the last week or so, I've started having more people post stuff in the community. And that was one of the things that I was most hoping would happen from these 100 free members, is I wanted there to be people active in the community. Because while the training and the course, while that's great, and I've spent a lot of time on that to make it good and hopefully useful to my audience, then my main hope is that people are joining the community for the network of other creators that they'll find in there. And so I'm really pleased with my decision to wait until I had 100 members, because the community is starting to get more active. And yeah, I think that bodes well. So it's kind of just a waiting game at this point. Just gotta keep making YouTube videos and not worry too much about the views or like how much I'm making from YouTube ad revenue. I need to remind myself that the main goal is to get people into the Skool community. So that's kind of how I'm having to rewire my brain. But yeah, so far so good. Just got to keep pushing people to the Skool community, keep making videos, and I'm going to keep posting on X as well. And hopefully that'll keep people joining. Also, one other insight that I've had is that I just kind of assumed that most people were joining my Skool community from my YouTube channel. But there was one person that I asked how he had found the community, and he said that he had first discovered me from my YouTube channel, and he must have watched a video about X, because then he went to my X account, and that's where he saw the link to the Skool community in my bio, and then that's how he joined. So I think that my funnel is expanding or exists in a way that I didn't really expect. I'm glad that I changed my, because before my X profile, it just had a link to like my lead magnet or my email list. But I'm really glad that I just changed it straight to my Skool community, because people are joining from my X. which I didn't really expect. So yeah, I'm figuring things out and learning things as I go, and in a good spot. So revenue wise, still only making, I'm making like $150 a month. So most of what I'm doing right now, I'm running at a loss, because I'm paying like an editor and a thumbnail designer, and I pay a monthly fee for my Skool community and for my domain and all kinds of stuff. ChatGPT Plus, I have a subscription to. So I'm running things at a loss right now, but I really believe that once the Skool community gets up and running, then I can flip things on its head and start making some money. So it's just a matter of sticking to it and not getting distracted by other opportunities, which is hard because I see other people making money all these different ways, and it's alluring, but what I have to remember is it takes a while for these things to get up and running and start being profitable. So I'm in the thick of it now. I can't change my mind or quit now, otherwise I'm just destroying my progress. So anyways, that's where I'm at. The shorter one today, which I'm sure you'll appreciate. Some of the other ones are a little more rambly, but appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you when I see you. Who knows when that'll be? Maybe next week, maybe in a month. Just depends when I get to it. But appreciate you being a viewer of the channel, and I'll see you around.